That is what he is. You see, somehow.
Hey, have you guys watched the new iCarly series?
I hear it's
No,
really
why
bad.
would I watch that? What are you guys
Heard
talking
it's good or
about?
bad?
These guys just started
I've just
talking
seen
about
clips.
iCarly off like for no reason. I don't know what's
I
going
literally
that
on.
was
never
me.
watched it.
What? I think it was.
Alright, cancel D&D. We're doing an iCarly watch session.
Bro,
I think I
Yeah.
could do that on Twitch.
You're not really missing much, to be honest.
We
What
just
do you
had-
It's
mean?
like pretty good.
We just had
iCarly was
PBS
the
Kids.
best show.
It was a
Yeah.
good childhood show, definitely.
Yeah, it was my favorite as a kid.
Yeah,
Other than Drake and Josh.
Jurassic Park 3 was my favorite movie.
You know, I like
can't
Drake
play
and Josh.
D&D with
Drake was
Belle
my
anymore.
favorite. I love Drake Bell.
Well, I got some bad news.
Well, that hasn't aged well. All right.
you know,
Anyhow.
One time I saw him at Disneyland. He was talking to a little
My
girl.
sister
Like he
saw
was getting
that.
along with her.
my
really
God.
well.
Stream.
He talked to my sister at
Oh,
Disneyland.
Oh my god. All right. So, welcome
Yikes.
to
Someone
Dungeons
stream
and
and control me,
Dragons
please.
Terofane. This is Terofane Chapter 5.
Who's
I
got
already forgot what I called this one.
Following the smoke.
Following the smoke.
Probably Jimmy should have. We're like buddy characters.
What if we don't follow the
Yeah, that's
smoke and
true.
instead side
Yeah.
quest?
Yeah, well,
Smoke
you know, I
is
named
annoying.
one of the sessions Goblins, Wolves, and More Goblins, and you saw zero goblin. Wait, you saw goblins at the end, and you heard wolves. So you know, we're doing our closest approximation. I don't have the ability to see the future. I only have the ability to change the present. This is my my uncanny ability as an eldritch force in this world. Anyhow, so as the start of the session, as we always do, would anybody like to give a recap? And if you do the recap in your character's voice, then, or as your character would, then you can get an inspiration.
I think I can do it.
All right, Sinbad, go ahead. Give the good old recap.
Wait, what did happen last session? Okay,
A
so
lot of walking.
there was a lot of walking, indeed. We arrived at Cut Off Paradise, as the goblins have dubbed it. It's this beach area where the goblins do eternal battle with their adversaries, the oafs, as they call them. And the scene we arrived at was quite gruesome, in fact. There were many dead goblins around, and the remaining goblins did battle with the few oafs that they had to fend off. Unfortunately, we were quite far away when we initiated battle, and we could not save every life there. But we were able to save, in particular, I want to say his name is Rubles.
Close.
That framing of
Where-
we couldn't save every life kind of ignores the fact that we actually got one killed.
Oh yes, we also had a wyvern eat one of them, but that's
Wasn't that the
don't
only
worry
one that
about
died?
that.
No.
No, there was a couple
there was, like-
others, like
There
while
was
we
like two
came up.
others that died. But we were able to defeat the remaining oafs, save all the goblins we could, and that's when we took off to the ocean and found a night plane, right?
No, it was a
no.
lizard.
Shoot. It was like an Aarakocra,
I'm not gonna. You keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
What does your
Um,
character remember?
Listen, I wasn't really paying attention during that moment. I was casting Prayer of Healing at the time. That's when we headed back with the remaining goblins to camp and celebrated with those who were still among us. We were able to among us.
Bum, bum, bum,
Shut
bum,
up.
bum, bum,
Shut up.
Nice.
Shut up. I hate Among Us. That's my canonical backstory. That's when we were doing individual chores. I helped build barricades for the goblins. Everybody else did their things. You know how it is. And now we wake up at morning after a good rest.
Yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. So, last time you saved a few goblins, came back, they sung your praises. They had a little like party before you guys truly found some sleep. You guys can orient yourselves wherever you think you would like to lay down and try to rest. Most of these tents are filthy because of goblins staying in them. But you know the goblins also sleep in like the hay bales and stuff. Music is gone. Sad.
Yes, I just realized that. I'm fixing it.
No, you're good. You're good. But anyhow, so you can.
Could I have control of Hundlefier
Yes.
when I'm playing you today?
Yeah.
Quinn's just here to observe. No. All right. So you guys could put yourselves wherever through the camp, or you guys could just stay where you guys are if you think that's where you guys would stay.
Hey, Jimmy, I need you to stream.
This
Just look at the stream.
this
That's
I-
got a huge
I
delay.
probably would have oriented myself away from goblins.
this log
Yeah,
looks cozy.
I'm staying where Trace is right now.
Fair's gonna go.
Never actually streamed on Discord, so how would I do that?
Bottom
go
Should
to-
be a button. Somebody else explain it better than I just did.
Under the disconnect button.
Oh, can I make an
I
acrobatics?
thought you were
check?
telling me to disconnect.
Wait,
no,
what do
no,
you need?
under.
And acrobatics for what? Or are you trying to get in
Wanna
the
get in
tree?
the tree?
Yeah, I want to get up. I'll just throw my spear up into the tree and teleport to it.
Yeah, it's not too hard. I'd say you could do that. Make
Yep.
just one acrobatics check. Let's just see how impressive it is, or if you hurt yourself. It'll be before the long rest. Nah,
18.
you're good. You fucking throw that spear up there, bam, like climb up the tree with ease. Are able to find a good crook to lay down in. It is a big tree, so plenty of space to settle.
What do I see
Do
as
you
I
have-
look? Is the tree above the tree line, like above most of the other trees? Is it pretty short?
Yeah, if you with that acrobatics check, I'd say you could get pretty high. Oh, I didn't even hold on. I didn't open my second map tools. What a fool! What a fool am I? I need to open my second map
Mom.
tools so I can observe things. But
Why do
anyhow,
you have a
yeah,
compass?
you can see above the tree line. What are you looking for? Anything in particular? Make a perception check.
Yeah. I'd like to look for anything. Look to the west.
The west, you say?
Yes.
Well, in particular,
12.
from the west, you, without having to strain your eyes too much, you do see over in this direction, past all of the huge tree line. Even though you don't see a town, the tree's not that tall. You do see the distant plumes of smoke. I believe you had seen them before, but now they are very apparent in their dark, kind of black pluming over the land and going out and dissipating into the air. From what you've been told by the goblins, you surmise that that smoke is Milltown, perhaps.
Mhm.
Specifically is in the direction of Milltown, but you have no idea what's going on there.
Do I see anything of note looking like deeper into the forest? Or is all I can see mostly just like trees and stuff?
With a 12, all you see is mostly just trees. Nothing too much. Nothing out of the ordinary that would that you would note.
All right, Pharaoh's gonna go to sleep up there.
That's cool.
Nice tree sleep. I respect it. All right, I
Looking
have
up at
my
the
eyes
stars.
now.
Are there stars?
Yes. So the night sky is a picture into the astral, or at least that is how it is known throughout the plates. Is that it's kind of this sight into the astral sea, and you see all these little dots and such. But you do see this kind of red haze blocking the stars, and it actually seems to almost diminish them. You remember maybe a bit as a kid being able to see the stars and seeing a few faint ones that now just are gone. They seem to be blocked by this red haze.
Does the haze cover the whole sky, or is it just like a
Yes,
stretch
the
across
whole night sky has this strange red haze that kind of makes it a slight tinge of red. In fact, every day at night, it's not. It's the light of the moon you actually see, is still prominent, and seems to light the entire of the plane of Terofane with this kind of white light. So it's still mostly as you would normally think night is, but there is also this kind of red light that is brought upon the world, giving night kind of a spooky aura, spookier than usual in our
There is a
normal
moon.
standards. There is a moon. In fact, it is the moon Ankin, as you would know, and Ankin has a one smaller. It seems that it is the season for this small second moon that orbits around Ankin to be seeable. Sometimes it's behind Ankin, sometimes it's in front of Ankin, so it's hard to see. But right now it's like off to the side, and it's basically just this smaller asteroid, almost moon.
Is that Ankin Jr.?
No.
Okay. Oh,
I,
all right.
I cast Misty Step and moon.
You teleport to. I think it's a bit farther than 30
Dang
feet. You know, most things are closer because weird phoenix stuff, but unfortunately not close enough for you to bamf to.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention
so,
that in my recap.
Other than that, so you look up to the stars, to the red sky, looking at the moon and the stars that you can see, and it still brings you a bit of peace, even if the red kind of, is a bit strange. You can surmise what that would make you feel on your own. But we move down to the south. Treyas, you are kind of looking over the horses, keeping them away from the goblins that seem to poke and prod them at every opportunity. And as you do, you actually, once the festivities far away that you kind of were removed from a bit settle down, you actually see a familiar small goblin start to approach you. It is Rupa. And Rupa is followed by the pig and hen you have seen before. And Rupa will kind of approach and kind of scuttle up on here and hi.
Hello.
I was wondering if perhaps I could just keep these keep my own flock with yours, if you don't mind.
Oh yes, that is fine.
She kind of whistles and moves her crook a little bit, and the pig like slowly moves over, and the hen too. Susie's all nice. Shelby's a little weirded out, but they're both pretty calm. And Rupa kind of nods and is like,
Thank you. I think that without my flock, that these last two remaining ones get a little nervous. And well, it's just good to have some more flock around to keep them company.
Yeah, I understand completely. I will not be sleeping, so they have nothing to worry about.
Oh, that's It is interesting.
Just kind of sits there and nods.
How long have you been with this new flock?
The whole group or the horses?
Both. They're both, important flock.
It has not been very long. Especially the horses we just got. How many days has it been, actually, since we, started?
Only about 2. This is like your second night,
Okay.
so it's been.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am still getting used to them myself.
Yes, it takes some time for a flock to get used to its new surroundings, new, things. I just want to say that I thank you and all of your flock. I know that Reeb did a big old celebration to make sure to thank all of you, but I wanted to personally thank you all for saving my life and, well, just seeming to help out us goblins. We don't get much help around here. The big people are always just kind of preoccupied with their own things. And, well, it usually, we have to deal with some of the things of the bigger people more than they have to deal with us, despite what they think of us. So I appreciate when big people like yourself and your friends come to help us.
It is really no problem. I think the whole world would be much better off if everybody helped everybody.
Whoa, that is a good idea. Have one big flock for the whole world, but some people, they don't like being in a flock. They have their own group. They like to be the shepherd, I guess, and too many shepherds with a flock, and it doesn't work.
Suppose that is true.
Rupa will just kind of sit down, and after weirdly philosophizing in her own goblin way, it seems to finally settle. Just be like,
I think I'm going to sleep now. I hope you don't mind, even if you do not.
Oh, yes, that is fine. I will stay and remain on lookout. Grace is actually going to pull out a book and start reading.
ooh. All right, you read as Rupa kind of sleeps very suddenly next to you. All these goblins seem to be very good at sleeping. They just go right out.
I'm jealous.
Trey has wishes of sleeping as you begin to read your book. Anybody else want to do something before nighttime?
No.
I think I'm okay.
Very
Hammerfear's
well.
already spread eagle on his back, so.
That's true. I need to give you the proper sleep.
Oh, he's out. I want to find a really, really comfy place to sleep.
Ooh, make an investigation check.
All right.
It's quite difficult.
Oh,
Not
is
the
it now?
comfiest area.
Nat 20.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta
Jesus.
be kidding me.
Ah,
I found it.
Wait,
Well, listen.
yeah,
Listen.
that was it.
Even with a natural 20, I'm trying to survey. I think with a natural 20, you manage to survey, and you actually find that one of the goblins' tents, like you're walking around, you're like, looking. The wild goblins haven't surrounded you yet. Some of them kind of follow you, like this one. But as you're looking around, you go over here and you look into this tent. It's originally closed, but you have a strange feeling, and you are looking for a good place to sleep. You don't want to spend another night in an uncomfortable bed. Your back and your fur gets all like rustled. It's just not a good experience.
It's terrible.
What you're used to, Sinbad. And so you kind of open up this tent flap, just on a little, like an instinctual inkling. You've been looking for a comfy spot, and surprisingly enough, you find a whole ass mattress. It is ripped up, and it seems to not be in the best of condition, but it is the only mattress the only actual padding for sleep you have seen in this entire place. And you have been told by Reeb that you can sleep anywhere you want.
Well, don't mind if I do. As I stroll in and onto the mattress.
Feathers kind of
And then I,
fluff out of the mattress as you as you step on it with your big weight.
well, I suppose this is the best I shall get.
You lay down on your big old feather mattress.
I fall asleep.
All right. So, the night passes uneventfully. Some of you guys might have trouble sleeping as the goblins are constantly making noises. Most of them end up going to sleep as well, but they still are loud, and there's a lot of rabble-rousers at the middle of the night, still at the like fires and such. However, Hundofear, you are sleeping soundly. You've been sleeping through a lot of the current goings on in this camp. And most of your sleep is the normal hard sleep, just darkness and rest. But the first time you awaken, you aren't exactly where you were.
Whoa.
Let me change the view.
We're back.
Let me get my notes.
Of divinity. I'm interested.
I need some mysterious divine tunes, if we could, or just mysterious. I just have
You'll
to
Two Hundofears.
There's two?
two.
There's two of them.
Did you scroll out?
There is.
Oh my god, there are.
Yeah.
You don't see those ones. Those ones don't exist.
I don't see anything.
Technically, I don't see any of this.
This is true. All right.
Hundofear, you see a couple of cart drivers come by throwing shells and bananas at each other. You're on Rainbow Road.
Oh, the setup for that was so good. I'm angry. All right. Hundofear. You awaken to a familiar miasma surrounding you.
Oh,
You
boy.
have your form once again, but you are surrounded by this sort of fog, this nebulous fog of a different rainbow of colors. And within each of these clouds that intermingle, you see these small pinpricks of light. These stars, but small, miniature, floating around you as you experience once again this strange, otherworldly place. And as you do, you feel the familiar sense. You feel something watching you. You feel 10 different forces bearing upon you. But this time, you don't have one in front of you. But you do feel as something seems to approach you, a force, almost just making your scales, your sort of body tingle from the front as something seems to approach you and molding itself from this miasma. You begin to see a sort of elderly face and long flowing hair. It's hard to make out. You have to squint a tiny bit because it's sort of forcing itself from this miasma. But you see a face. And you recognize this as a close approximation to one of the day gear. This one with cold blue eyes and a sort of stoic stone and serious expression. And you begin to hear it reverberate through your head as it speaks.
Hundolfir, the chosen of Atlan's children. Listen to me well. My champion has gone missing, sent upon a similar quest as your own, and taken captive by marauders and warbringers, ones that wish to tear down your world.
And which of the 10 do I have the pleasure speaking to?
I am Isind Aglandotir. You listen well. My champion has an important task, as you do as well. But they are lost at this moment, captured. And you are the closest one. And the one that we the Daekir trust most to pursue and rescue my champion. They were lost in a town near you, a town stricken with destruction and held by dragonkin, much as yourself. The dragonkin may know where my champion has gone.
Town nearby, held by dragonkin. You know, honestly, Ethan, I'm surprised to see you reaching out for any assistance.
I would not if it wasn't of import, and my siblings did not believe it a large problem to us as a whole. I believe that my champion can hold their own, but there is only so much time for you and the other children to do their task.
Aye. The red haze is an ill portent.
More than you can even imagine. I have no more to say to you, if you understand what I am asking.
Aye. Now, it is a pleasure as always to speak with one of you, but if it is only if you release me that I can go do your bidding, help your champion.
Then be off.
And suddenly, let me load in.
I don't know if you could have picked a better piece of music for the Edge of Divinity than the Annihilation theme song.
Yeah.
Suddenly you awake again.
That was good.
Ugh.
But this time,
Fuck.
as you stayed in the open, let me gather some. Goblins are laying upon you in a big puppy pile.
Kind of, like, start and toss them all off. Not on purpose, but
Yeah. This one only flops off, doesn't even wake up, but the other two are Skila! This one pats you on the head, kind of slapping you almost.
yeah, you gotta move them back. You gotta move the players back.
Oh shit, fuck.
Flint, no.
Unprofessional.
I'm freaking out, man.
We were stuck there forever. It was so scary.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Stuck
I
at
wasn't
the
even
edge
dreaming. Trace was
Ovinity.
literally there.
Trey,
crazy.
you've been gone for 5 years.
You've been asleep
missed
for 5 years. No. And so it is morning. The red sky is the red night sky is now gone, replaced instead by daylight of Volca. You see Volca's radiant wings outstretched, in the distant horizon. And you also hear Reeb kind of yelling in the distance.
What's he yelling about?
He's saying, all right, it's gonna be a hard one. Nap still isn't back. But if you guys get some of the rabble rousers still waiting around at the home hole, you guys should hold your own. From what Rupa said, apparently one group of wolves probably already got by. But we gotta make sure that no other wolves get by, or the big people are gonna get a bit angry with us. And you know what that means? No food? I mean, kinda, yeah. I mean, we still have some good food. I mean, yeah, they'll just be angry. They'll like yell. They'll be talking my ear off and be really obnoxious. You guys don't want that. And then I'll be grumpy. Oh, yeah, it's not good. So, do well for yourselves. Don't die out there, and make Naps proud, and me too. They all kind of squeal. Squeech. I made up a new word, guys.
It's squeezing
I
everywhere.
like the sound of squeech.
It's blust all over again.
They screeched every blows.
It's squeaks and squunts.
I was thinking
All
of
of them.
like squeak and screech, I think. So I put them together. So
You're a modern day Dr. Seuss.
Just some lore. I made up a word called blust for like blood mist in one of my first games, and it became a word I would use. And I think squeech is like similar. Sometimes I just combine words to, Anyhow, enough of that. Y'all wake up. It's daytime. Volca time.
Looking around, are any of my party members even remotely in line of sight of me?
You see Feyre up in a tree.
Her feet are dangling over the edge of the tree branch. She's just kind of sitting there.
Pick one of the goblins off by the scruff of their neck and move them over to the side. And stand up groggily. And then I will make my way over to Feyre.
Morning, Hundlefier.
I really wish I could say the same, but to be honest, I've had...
Oh, there is something important as well today. I was totally wrong. I was wrong. There's no sun. It was, I even thought... Not no sun, no sun.
Hey guys,
Okay,
where'd the
listen.
sun go?
Listen.
Weird.
Let me explain myself.
Drake, where's the door?
Guys,
was-
this is
this-
kind of weird. The
This was
sun's
supposed
not
to be
there.
specific, very specific atmosphere. My
let's
apologies.
go.
Volca is blocked out by clouds. It is a cloudy day.
Okay.
Not the Volca, as far as you know, is still
Is who took
present.
Could have worded that far better.
Yeah,
Guys, there's no sun.
I just remembered that it was supposed to be cloudy. It's like a thing.
Okay.
My bad.
In my sleep, I was contacted by one of the younger sisters of my patron deity, and
Oh?
her name is Isund, and she's the daughter of ice and snowstorms.
Yes, of course. The daughter of ice. Of course, yes. Farrah's gonna
Sorry.
Farrah's gonna toss her spear down to the ground and teleport to it.
God. It's too early for you to be doing that.
I quite like this. I just figured it out. It's a lot of fun.
Don't forget how to use your legs, though.
I don't know. I think this is a little bit easier.
But
why even bother?
Regardless.
Yes. What were you saying?
I was contacted by Isund, the goddess of ice and snowstorms, and the sibling of my patron deity, and the fact that she reached out to me at all bodes ill. She is normally distant and cold and unwilling to ask for help. But she said that her own personal champion has disappeared in a town nearby.
Well, this is interesting.
And disappeared to a group who, how did she put it, wants to tear down your world, which is about the most foreboding language I've ever heard.
And this was a god that spoke to you, like a full god.
Yes. Well, yes, a minor deity, a goddess, a daughter of.
Because women are lesser.
Giants. Hey. My patron is also a minor deity. They're all in the same standing.
I don't exactly know where mine stands now that I think about it. I'm not too concerned.
But what I am concerned about is the fact that I have just been given a vision that seems to be of such importance that it dwarfs our current task of delivering mail. And
I mean, it sounds interesting. I'll give you that. What do you know exactly where this is?
A town nearby, held by Dragonborn.
Oh,
maybe. If anyone
or like
anything,
you, big scalies.
Yes, big scalies.
Why are you just telling me and not the rest of the group?
I don't know where the others are.
I think they're just asleep.
I will. Oh, we certainly should.
You do now see Blindbeak. Blindbeak is over here.
I'll go find. Here, I'll go find the others.
The big wyvern.
Maybe back here with Blindbeak.
Blindbeak, you constantly have goblins like hiding behind tents and like making faces at the wyvern and throwing rocks at him.
They're throwing rocks at him?
Yeah, they hate that wyvern. They ate all their friends.
Don't throw them back.
Got a good point.
Using my monk abilities, like every time they do that, can I use like catch deflect missile just to catch it? I don't think I have to use.
Yeah, sure. You during this daytime when the goblins got all up, they started harassing your bird more. But once they try to throw one and it passes right over your shoulder, and right as it's about to like go and hit the wyvern, you just catch it in a split second. And with that, these goblins kind of like, you see their mouths open in shock, and then they go, and then they run away.
Does my wyvern heal?
Yeah, so everybody can, whatever you want to click on, you can press long rest on. And then remember, if you don't have any, also remember to put in your rations if you have rations and you don't.
Well, what is putting in the rations do?
You consume a ration. So
yeah,
as you guys are waking up, you guys are like snacking. You guys can RP that a bit more if you would like, but right now you guys are just like.
Farrah's just like eating an apple throughout her conversation with Hundlefier.
That's pretty. I like that. This wyvern gobbles down a whole fucking wolf.
Just like, what's that? Your god talked to you? Sick.
Sick.
It's pretty dope.
Mine's sort of just a cloud, so. Not very chatty.
Mine's really cool. Oh wait, no, I'm not there yet.
And he's not even really my god. We have a weird relationship.
I mean, a storm itself.
Yeah, I think I kind of forced it to give me its strength. But now it's kind of just going along with it. Not really sure. It doesn't talk.
Yes. Well, I will go get Blindbeak. You find the others.
Yes. Fair's gonna run off and look for Sov, Sinbad, and Treus.
Do I
You find
press
them.
clear sleep to wake up?
You just press sleep again. The sleep button.
I need to find that.
I can do it. I got it.
Thank you. Oh, sweet. I need my god to wake up.
Fortunately, you don't get any cool chats with your god.
Oh.
How's your wolf doing, Sov?
Ugh. Morning.
Wow. Wow. It's recovering well. Growing anew.
Good to hear. How long does that last?
Well, Sav will kind of run his appendage over the top of the wolf. The mushrooms on it growing once again. For as long as I need.
You ever thought about riding it?
I think
Currently,
they
Sav
are.
is
Yeah.
on top
Okay,
of the
Sov is
wolf.
riding it. Okay.
It's the first thing he did with the wolf.
I think he has. Well, good morning to you all. And as I look up, at least I think.
Do be cloudy.
I think the weather is a nice change.
Wonderful.
Yes, overcast can be
That's
nice.
for you. Like it, Sov?
It's a tad too dark for my liking, I will admit.
Is it
I'm
raining?
already not
No.
Oh yeah,
getting
is it? Okay, it's not
Just
raining.
cloudy.
Good.
Okay.
Humblefeel will approach Blindbeak. While maintaining a little bit away from the grumpy wyvern. Birdman.
Yes, Sandalfear.
I had a vision last night. We have much to discuss. It is of great importance. Pharaoh's gathering the others, but I spotted you up here with the wyvern.
We as in our team, or we as in you and me?
I mean, both, really. But I guess the team.
I understand. I'll meet up with the others with you.
Yes, I would suggest not bringing the wyvern further into camp, though, if you can tie him off somewhere. Hurt it, I don't know.
I've taught it a new trick. Watch this, and I'll probably have like wolf meat, right? Leftover wolf meat.
Yeah. You
So
scanned,
I would
two whole
I would
wolves.
hold it, out, and I would put like my stop sign with it, so it has to like wait for me to like drop the stop sign before it eats it. So I'm testing. It's kind of like a training exercise, if you would.
Yeah, make a animal handling check with advantage. Stop it!
How is
Stop
it possible?
Oh my
Stop it.
god.
He's gotten more in 2
San-
sessions than I have my
sanity check.
entire time.
Sanity
playing
check,
D&D.
Sanity
please.
check. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Okay.
Sanity
Okay.
The
check.
dice god favored thee. Oh my god.
Yeah, the wyvern like looks at the meat and looks at you, kind of hisses, and pouts a bit, but it doesn't do anything.
I'll throw it up in the air and drop my signal.
Snaps it right out of the air just by extending their long snaky neck.
It's learning.
Yes, I can see. You're training it like a child trains a dog. It's fascinating, honestly. I didn't think anyone could do that with a creature of such import. Not that I still... or stature. Not that I still trust it.
I think it will take time, but I think people will warm up to it.
All right. So you guys go meet up with the others.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it into camp.
I
I taught it
taught it what?
to stop.
It's okay, he'll roll 20. No worries.
Yeah, just get a natural 20. It's all right.
I mean, yeah, with that animal handling check, you're able to like lead it along pretty sufficiently. It still
I'll take
doesn't
it.
have any like actual. Are you using any? Do you still have your rope dagger tied around it again, or?
So I usually let go of the rope dagger when it in battle, but after battle I'll tie it around again.
Okay, so you do have like a little lead on it, so you're just kind of
Yeah.
leading it through. Goblins dislike it a lot, so they kind of like walk away as far as they can. And you all meet up next to this little campfire right here.
Is my wyvern like furry? It looks furry.
It's got feathers on the top, but mostly it's scaly. The thing about all the races here in Terofane is that the largely accepted belief is that it's they are all descended from either of the two phoenixes. So some things, especially dragons, have like feathers and beaks sometimes, but not all the way usually. They usually just have a smattering. That's why it has like the little feather mohawk almost.
God.
So you all meet up.
Hundlefair?
Yes. Sorry, I...
Do you want to just say that he relays the information to everyone else so we don't have to repeat it?
Yes!
Yeah.
You can if you want. Unless Quinn wants to say something
just-
specific.
I'll like do the little... Basically, just... I know I have been a little bit belligerent, to say the least, so far, and that we all are yet to know each other well, but I have a favor to ask, and then I relay the vision.
You all hear about this strange vision and kind of more about Hundafir's strange pantheon that he seems to be a part of.
Strange.
I don't know. I think it seems interesting, and we don't exactly have a time limit on our mail delivery.
Like, I would say
Yeah, it's very
interesting is
true.
certainly putting it lightly.
So, Trace? Blind people?
Well,
Opinions?
So you want us to
Run
wait
into
even
danger.
longer on this retrieval?
Yes, to rescue the kidnapped champion of a god.
who is this champion, I wonder? Did the god specify?
Well, there's only the one. Our gods are not yet of significance to have worshippers in every plate, so it would be someone I know, likely, and there's only
Oh, I see.
one person, but I'm not too familiar with every single person that was selected as a champion by one of the day gear.
Where would we find this champion?
In a town, I already said it, but a town nearby, populated by Dragonborn.
Hmm.
And we will get back to the original mission afterwards.
That would be the plan, but I think a mail delivery is much
We
less.
did sign up for
significant.
the mail delivery, and I do want to see what's going on at Milltown.
I
You want us to
very
rush
much would
into
like
danger
the books.
Oh,
as well.
for someone who's not our companion or our friend, with no benefit to us other than our immediate danger? Wow, 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 wow.
And also the mention of a potentially worldly threat.
I don't see the harm in it. We'll take a little detour, slay a couple of marauders, and then rescue this god's champion. Seems like a fun adventure to me.
I object on the danger.
Yes, this is a bit more than I think I can do.
I saw you fire a fireball from your paintbrush. I think we are capable of this.
Yes, to my understanding,
Some
it is-
wolves are a bit easier to fight than something that can take down a god's champion.
well, solo adventurer kidnapped by bandits. I'm sure there's even the chance that I would be overwhelmed.
Flambeak, we have not heard from you yet. What do you think?
I'm on the fence about it. I don't know. We were given no time limit, but I'm worried about the town, how they treat the wyvern.
Well, they're dragonborn. The wyvern's dragonish.
Is
probably
that
get
how
along,
it works?
Right?
I feel like that is very
Can I
presumptuous.
make a roll to see if
Get
that's how
along.
it works?
Wait,
I mean,
what's the question
It's
specifically?
not. I can tell you, Hundlefear doesn't trust it.
Would Dragonborn be cool with Mr. Wyvern?
Generally, I mean, that's a hard one.
What kind of
If-
roll
because
do I
it-
have
I
to
mean-
make?
Make a history check.
Let's go nat 20.
No,
She
not this
did.
time. You can't will it this time. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't say it, dude.
You
Just has to
know,
come.
you know that
Yeah.
it really
That takes
depends.
it.
You know, like Dragonborn are kind of everywhere at this point in Terofane. Some, probably, especially being from the core world, that wyverns are quite common in dragon in dragon populated dragonborn or dragon populated areas. But they're not always like tamed pets. They're actually sometimes like pests. So it really depends on where you're coming from. If it's like sort of more militaristic, perhaps, maybe. If it's more like casual, just like a pretty normal place, then maybe not. They might think of them more as like little pesties.
I
So-
think checking the town out wouldn't hurt us. What?
Why don't we? We could. I mean,
What's that?
Is there a time limit on saving this god champion? You could always go to Milltown first.
I don't object on the time limit. Wow, wow, whoa.
I would have to imagine someone in my experience, in both my own line of work and watching other groups of raiders and bandits, a kidnapping victim is not apt to last long. Generally. So while I cannot offer a period of a week to even 2 days, I don't think it has as much time as a parcel.
Is it on the way to Milltown?
Who has
All I
the
know
map?
is
Farah!
I'll look over to
Yes?
Reed, though.
I also have a map.
What are you doing?
Hello?
Drinking, listening.
Oh,
This is
Well-
a private conversation.
actually, I mean,
It looks around.
as a
Doesn't
I
seem
think
very private to me.
he may be useful, at least for the time being.
The goblin?
Yes, well, he
He is
lives.
our
Does he
host.
not?
I suppose so.
Reeb,
Reeb.
is there a town
That's my name.
near? Is there a town, or well, I have to assume that there is, but do you know the name of the nearby town populated mostly by Dragonborn?
Nope. We don't got dragon types on Haven.
What about on that the island on all the way to the west? What's there?
Oh no. That's as even the big people, even the best of the big people don't go there. That's spooky.
Why not?
It's bad. It's no good. It's no good. Nobody lives there. Nobody goes there. And everybody that goes there comes out or doesn't. Well, even if they do come out, then they come out kind of swirls his finger around his head. A little loopy or a little like... And then he like does a little like line across his neck. And he's like, it's a bad place. It's got heebie-jeebies all over it. And it's like really old. It's said that there are demons in it. Demons that raise up the dead and use people's body parts to create dastardly undead monstrosities.
I'll kind of look at the
Maybe you
the
could learn something from
fungal
us.
wolf.
I
No
said
judgment.
I won't,
Maybe
for
I
a
won't
second
say
time that
anything.
this wasn't an undead. But
It's
I
not undead, but
I
it's-
redouble my objection.
I mean, it looks like it was dead. Looks like it's now that. So, Reap shrugs, looking at the wolf.
Shall we go to such a lovely place?
Is that island
Well,
does not sound like
Yeah,
anything
no one.
we
No,
should be.
no,
I don't know
no,
why you are all taking it on the
don't-
assumption of being the place we need to go.
Don't go to that
I
place.
just. Farah, do you see anything called like Dragon Town maybe on that map?
Yeah, I'll look at the map.
I'm telling you guys, there ain't no dragons on Haven. You gotta
Can I
go
look at-
real deep down for those guys, and deep down I mean off of this plate and on a bunch of others. Brockmire's got a ton, but they don't come here very often.
Brockmire?
Yeah, it's like it's the place that is the plate down from here. I think it's actually connected to our plate somewhat. It's like very wet and swampy. It gets a lot of the backwash from the ocean over here on Haven.
Sounds like you'd like it there, Sav.
I quite would. Wow, pretty wow.
Well,
How about this,
here's-
Hundofir? Maybe we can check out this. I already forgot the name. What was it called?
Helltown?
No, Rockhall.
Rock Hall.
Huh?
Reeb, what was the plate? The
Rockmire.
plate
Brockmire?
Brockmire, yeah.
Oh,
Rockmire.
home.
Maybe we can.
That place is far away, and you guys
Well-
got to get a one of those saily types, wake, windy, wobbly, wobs.
But I think
Well,
our goal
so-
is to get off of this plate at some point.
Well, and here's
Definitely.
what I would say. Clearly, the goblins are not the ones to help us. No offense, Reeb. But yes. So since we are dead in the water for leads here, I figure a large population center like Milltown is the best place to find information regardless, right?
Why don't we go to Milltown, figure out what's going on there, and then once we get off this plate, we can deal with your little your god champion. Not to belittle it. I understand it's serious.
Yes, it is quite serious.
yeah.
But
And
I agree that for now we should go to Milltown, and one or two of you can, or maybe even most of you, aside from myself, can handle dropping off the package, and I will inquire about a nearby town, be it on this plate or not, populated mostly by
Milltown
Dragonborn.
does seem to be possibly on fire.
Hmm?
Well, there's the smoke.
Yeah, that's where the shadow came from. The big shadows.
I think there might be something.
Oh, good heavens! I just noticed that.
We've been walking.
Can we see it
towards
from here?
We've
like
seen
2
it
days.
before.
You guys
Oh,
could see
I
the very
forgot about it.
faint, like, in the forest it's harder because the trees are huge, but there is smoke in the sky.
Okay, why don't we-
I wish I had noticed that earlier. Wow.
Where there's
It's
smoke,
alright, Sav. I don't blame you. You're the shortest one.
where
Oh,
there's
wow, that's bad.
smoke,
Rupa was the one next to Milltown when the shadows came and took the flock.
Never mind. Nobody's going to finish the line.
There is fire.
Yes. Thank you.
I think we should continue to Milltown.
I agree.
You guys are gonna get Naps, right? Naps is
Yeah, of
supposed to
course.
be over there.
Yeah.
That was
Nice,
my plan.
nice. Yeah, well,
I
I
would
can
very
send
much
Rupa
like
with
to.
you guys to go to the little embassy and like go see if Naps is around there.
Why not?
Well, the least we can do.
Reeb, do you have an extra saddle by any chance?
We're not supposed
Hope you are
to.
not planning to put that on the wyvern.
Don't
Hold
worry
on,
about it.
let me check. I'm not
Seems
gonna
like a
lie.
good plan.
I hope you're not going to put it
What
off
do you
me.
mean? You're not very.
No, I am very.
Don't worry,
worried.
guys. I'll just roll another crit on animal
I'm
handling.
quite worried.
Not gonna lie. We are not supposed to have we didn't barter for any saddles, but some of my little goblin people over around here, they're a little snatchy gremlins, I tell you what, and they might have taken one, so I don't know, ask around maybe, or look around.
What? Thought he was gonna do that.
Trace, how do you deal with fire environments? You seem like someone that might catch fire easily.
I
I
do not
look-
think so, but I guess I haven't experimented, so
I would assume that ink isn't overly flammable.
Maybe I make rash assumptions then. I'd probably be more flammable, to be honest.
yes, this is true. If I do catch on fire, do not pour water on me. We will find another way to put me out.
Oh, I see. Fair, if I catch on fire, I'm counting on you to put that out.
I might be able to help with that.
Hopefully, nobody will be catching on fire.
Yeah,
Why
hopefully.
is everyone planning to catch on
Yeah,
fire
I
already?
do not know why you were saying this.
Well, where there's smoke.
It is true.
All right.
With a 16, do I like?
Well,
Come on,
that
throw me a
implies
bone.
you do look
Throw
around.
you a bone.
I
No,
think
I have enough old bones.
we should get moving to Milltown.
If you do look around whilst getting ready to go to Milltown, though, Milltown's down this way, so I'll move you guys to this part of the barricade. Sinbad, you see all the barricades that you and the goblins made.
I
Sticks.
look very proudly at them. I smirk. It's like my child, basically.
I applaud you.
That's some
Never
pretty
gonna
nice
see that.
barricades.
Thank you. Single tear
Oh,
comes
whoa.
from my one eye, but I try to hide it.
Blindbeak, as you are walking around, you see. All right. Well, what you're kind of walking around, getting to the place, and then you see in this tent, this is wide open with a wild goblin just kind of like fitzing around. They got their they're scrounging around in their tent for something, and you see past them inside their tent what might or might not be the buckle of a saddle.
Dang, Navi, you're making me go in between goblins.
This is the price if you are
Tie it
willing
off.
to pay. Or just don't get saddled.
Is there something to tie it off to?
What? The wyvern?
The wyvern.
This, I guess.
There was a big log when I told you to tie it off.
There are big logs down here and around.
I'll tie it to the tent and tell it
My
to
God.
be good and stay for a second.
All right, animal handling.
I'll
check.
do my stop motion. Terrified.
All right. No,
yes.
it waits. It waits.
Oh man, do I trust it? I'm trying to think of. He's already bit the head off,
You told it to stop, and it's just sitting there.
So as I'm gonna look at it, I'm just gonna like, kind of.
Based on the way you've talked about it before, I think you would trust it.
I would trust it. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm still gonna sprint there.
Okay.
You let it into town in the first place, into the camp in the first place.
You had
Alright.
such confidence, you didn't have any
I'm
problem.
gonna sprint this way.
Oh, no,
Where
no, no.
was it?
It's right over here. It's in this tent with this goblin. Their butts like hanging out as they're like scrounging around.
I push him out of the way and I grab it.
Why are
quick.
you running?
Why are you staying? What are you doing?
Skiba! As you run in, this wild goblin gets upset.
I don't care.
You push away some of the stuff, and you see, lo and behold, a very, very tattered, broken saddle. It seems
This
that
wasn't worth it.
the strap is somewhat frayed, but it do be a saddle. But this wild goblin gets up in your grill, and goes, "Yay, Skila!"
I give it some wolf meat and I just walk away.
School. Blind Beak. The wyvern is flapping and taking the tent at this point has fallen over and is only somewhat weighing it down as it seems to try to flap into the air, and the tent is making a big old dirt thing around it. And this wild goblin's yelling at it. This wild goblin is getting out and getting a rock ready as it flaps its wing and seems to fucking destroy this tent.
I'm gonna jump onto the rope and kind of calm it down. Try to calm it down.
Make one more animal handling check for me.
Seba should be called animal handling, and more animal handling.
You really should.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Not natural.
Yeah,
It,
at
start,
least it's not
it, it
natural.
starts to like fly off into the air, but as you get the rope, you start to bring it down, and you do the stop sign again, and it does no stop. You just you walked away. It figured it was cool now, so now it goes down to the ground. The tent is already made of shoddy goblin work, is now very much destroyed. This wild goblin hefts their stone, and this wild goblin walks a bit forward and goes,
I lay down a wolf pelt as a sign of peace.
Pets it a little bit, drags it away very cautiously. This wild goblin puts the rock in their mouth instead of throwing it and looks at the wolf pelt. You've distracted them.
I'm getting the fuck away from here.
All right, okay. Enough diddly dally and dawdling. You guys get to this part of the camp. Where's Reeb? There's Reeb. Reeb will see you guys out. As Rupa also gets you guys ready. So you guys meet on this side of camp. Would you guys like to bring the cart and the horses?
Yes.
Yup. I think we should.
Yeah, hoping not to come back here. No offense to the gobos.
You don't like Ulfgon?
I like the gobbles.
I know. I mean, I didn't say anything bad about the gobos. I'm just saying, you know.
You're just excited for bigger and new things.
Yeah,
I would
move
want to
onward.
live
All right, remember.
I wouldn't want to live here.
Remember, it might be bad time around there because there's like smoke and the shadows came and all that stuff.
I
So
think that's why we got hired to go there.
I don't know what you guys are up to, but Naps has got to be in there somewhere, getting up to trouble or something. So if you guys could get Naps back here,
so we can get back to killing some good wolves and protecting all these big people towns, then that'd be great.
I do promise to bring back naps.
can do that.
Nice. Very cool.
You have the promise of a king.
Yes, a ruler. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, mushroom ruler. Thank you. Anyhow, okay, you guys are welcome back here anytime. It's the heroes of the Ulfstabber clan. Ulfstabber clan people. Pats you
There's a ring
guys
to
on the
it.
leg. All right, farewell.
Very well. We shall be off. Goodbye.
Is Sov still riding on his wolf?
Yeah.
Pharaoh.
Riding alongside the horses.
Oh
Pharaoh
wait, I wanna
kind of misses Sov riding on her shoulders a little bit, to be honest. It was kind of funny.
kind of.
One day, once again. Once
A
again.
wolf on your shoulder.
I think I can carry the wolf on my shoulders.
A row of
Little
wolves
heavy.
backing.
I'm fit. I'm not jacked.
When the wolf dies, just skin the wolf and then put the wolf
Yeah, easy.
head on your head Farah.
You know, I fucked up.
No. Listen. So it's like a cloak, but then the wolf head is on top of Farah's head with the hood part, and then inside the mouth of the wolf is Sov, just sitting there as a little guy.
I'm gonna be making a druidic magic item out of this wolf at one point.
Yes. I
Damn,
love it.
that's metal.
Help
This
the
wyvern doesn't
wolf's
like your
lore.
No, it's
like
fungal.
your horses.
Oh,
Blindbeak, at some
Yeah,
point,
I
I
think
really
that.
feel like we're gonna have to get rid of the wyvern.
Is I do not think it will be smart to take that into the city.
Yeah. Especially if there are other dragons there. It might be more. I'm gonna guess it'll be more scared of the dragons than of you.
It's
It doesn't seem to be scared of a lot of things.
Yeah.
no, but
Oh, you guys
it
are
has
actually would leave from
already
here. Hold
eaten.
on.
It has eaten one goblin already.
I ate a lot more before that.
Yes, and it's once again, not supposed to be on this plate.
Drifting.
It's
See,
not
the more-
part of the natural
What-
environment.
The more quandary here,
What
I
are your
feel
guys'
bad just
plans?
killing it.
Yeah, I do
Can't
not
let
want
it
to kill it.
go.
I
Goblins again.
think it should simply be removed from the plate and sent back to where it came from when the time comes.
And how do
Sooner
you
rather than later.
we do that?
Yeah, we'll bring the wyvern on. We'll bring the dangerous draconic creature on a boat with us.
Why? No, you would let it loose on the wake winds, would you not?
Is that? Can they just kind of fly wherever they want?
I don't think it'd survive.
That's where they come from.
That's how they came up.
Yeah.
I took away its valuable attack.
I think even still, it will survive. Wow. Life finds a way.
Jurassic Park.
What?
It's a line
Love
from
that
Jurassic
movie.
Park.
Life
Life
finds a
finds
way.
clever girl. Anybody?
Jeff
That's the
Gold.
only one.
Clever girl.
Clever girl. That's it.
Takes you about 1 hour to get to this point. All the goblins did give you a good shrieking goodbye as you guys left, but you guys did kind of make your way.
Good squeeching.
Yeah, good squeeching.
Shut the fuck up.
You know that tiny sonar like hand wave that the queen does?
yeah, yeah.
That's how I have to imagine Sav would say goodbye to them on his way.
Yeah,
I
royalty.
love
The,
that.
Just the slightest
royal
little
wave.
tilt of the hand.
Soft.
So,
Of course.
Trace, you're a ruler, I've seen.
No. Why would you say that?
Well, from what I've read, in my own culture, from my own people. Oh god, they're going so fast.
That's right.
Keep up.
We're zooming.
I can't keep up.
You're-
No,
Should
I'll
I,
just trust Flint to eventually
Yeah, send
If you
enter
her.
our
if you
view
guys
once we
don't
stop.
mind, I'm going to put you guys on my view for a bit.
Sure.
like this.
All right.
You would be considered a ruler, or at least a good one.
That is not a universal cultural practice, I think.
Maybe not, but you have the aptitude for it at least.
I would not say that.
You split yourself?
I could be I don't know much about ruling, but I think there is more to it than simply splitting yourself.
About 3
In a
hours.
sense, but splitting yourself lends to the rest of it. Being able to have empathy for those you rule, being able to envision yourself in their place, look out for their welfare, to vie for the best, well, for yourself in a lot of ways. Being selfish for your community.
Rupa actually chimes up at this and says, "Am I ruler of my flock? Am I king?"
I wouldn't say so.
King. Rupa.
I think Rupa is closer to ruler than I am.
It's sad that you don't see it that way, but I can't help it. I think you would be a good ruler.
Glad you don't think I would be a good ruler, Sov, because no desire here. I'm good.
So it takes you guys
Well-
about a solid, let me measure it out, like 4.5 hours to get out of the woods.
Got it.
Big old trek through the woods. But Sov, as you're kind of finished sort of saying this, telling people about your thoughts about ruling and talking to Treyas, you guys start to enter out of the wood, and you actually feel something. You suddenly feel this sort of sadness. You feel this pain. You feel this kind of aching pain all around you, and this sadness. It's almost like it's subtle at first. You think you felt twinges of it, just like unnoticeable as you were going through the lighter parts of the wood. But now as you are officially exiting the wood, you feel this oppressive sadness and this pain kind of aching all around you.
Kind of hold on to the Ulf. Reflexively, my distress spores will kind of let everybody in the area know of my, well, distress.
He inked.
You kind of spread out these red spores, right?
Yeah, they're,
You set out these red spores, and within the red spores, you swear you can see, after they kind of settle and they start to float around, you see other spores mingled within them, but not your own. Other darker red spores, older, that have been flowing through the wind.
Do we notice this?
Nope, just Sob. Sob's special mushroom that knows mushroom things. And
Well,
it's
we just-
also fairly perceptive.
Just not much of a coughing fit this time, but a sneeze into the elbow.
Yeah, some of
and
you
then
guys might have
instinctively-
allergies now.
Instinctively looking back at Sov. Is everything okay?
No. I fear that one of me went through some great trauma around here.
Another myconid?
Yes. Possibly my ancestors, but it could be another wayward traveler. Can I is it just like ambiently through this area, or is it like drifted on the wind? Is there any way I can tell like where it's coming from?
This will require a nature check, I'd say.
Nature. I want to bonk out a very small version of myself.
To help you.
to sift the air, to ambiently take in the spores, hopefully giving me advantage.
Yes.
Not that I necessarily need it, but spreading yourself out is helpful.
You
19.
see this smoke more clearly now than ever, down to the southwest. And as you see this smoke, and you see the way it is billowing, the wind is blowing up from Milltown. Spores mingled with this ash that is floating through the air. It's coming from that direction.
I feel like there's a great distress in Milltown, and another Myconid in danger.
We shall hurry then.
Hmm.
Maybe in Milltown we can find news on Hundlefear's champion.
Aye, that is my hope.
Indeed.
All right, so you guys continue to move on. Like I said, it's been like 4.5 hours out of your day just to get out of the woods. Now you guys go on kind of a lightly treaded path, but then you guys go.
Nom, nom, nom. I eat my familiar again.
Oh,
You guys see once again these obelisks of the Queen's Path, and you find yourself back on the road.
Out of curiosity, did we ever... This is like Hundlefear actually speaking. Does anyone have any idea what queen they referred to?
It's a good question.
Only
Do I
two
know?
people can
thought
make
I
a
once
history
heard-
check.
Can I help someone make a history check?
You may.
Can I
Calling
make the history
all my
check?
preparatory information.
Yes, you may make the history check, Treyas. In fact, Treyas... Well, you're already getting help, so you already get advantage. But you are,
Thank
you are
God.
very learned.
give Trey's double advantage.
I did my best homework.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Ancient knowledge.
Yeah, net 20.
Ancient things. Shut up right now. You guys are too lucky for your
Oh,
own
I
good.
wasted out on a joke. That's so embarrassing.
Damn it! You wasted that. That was gonna happen. on your next roll.
So, what is going on now? What I must tell you is some ancient lore, some history, some things that are well researched in the high places of scholars and knowledge. Long ago, theorized to be tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of years ago.
Whoa.
There was a great uprising. Not much is known about this time because it is so ancient, but the reason that this queen, or that some things are known about this age, is because a lot of the long-standing civilizations from that time were built on the bones, literally the discarded remnants of the of kingdoms that still have ancient depictions, ancient writings of Queen Nero. Queen Nero, who became the goddess of death. And it is thought that this queen, Queen Nero, became the goddess of death somehow by gaining massive amounts of knowledge. And people that go into dark kind of research that is largely thought as taboo, kind of research into necromancy, people reference them to the queen, the goddess of death, Nero, and that they might have a similar fate as that queen. It is unsure. Again, there's like so many strange depictions and writings about it. It is unclear what actually happened, but it is rumored that they died long ago, became the goddess of death, but are in like constant pain from their own demise. And that's kind of a lot of the. Yeah, no, I'll stop there. That's enough. That's enough history lore lesson for today. But there once
No,
was
keep going.
Hey,
Oh
keep
wait, was
going.
No.
the
I rolled
uprising
a
against the queen?
24.
Yeah,
that's
and
all I'm
that's
gonna say.
20,
I'm
24.
gonna
Yeah.
Uprising, but also this queen. I'll
there
figure
was
it out.
some sort of
I'll find the dark
uprising with
lore.
the queen. Yeah.
I'll delve into the goddamn dark lore. I don't care.
Would you say now, Flint? Would you say this queen is girl boss?
Shut up.
Oh.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Did she effectively use girl power when she became the goddess of death?
Shut up. Shut up.
I think
Please
so.
shut up. Her
So
being
this-
her being a girl and a queen had nothing to do with her becoming the goddess of death. She was a
Take
ruler.
2d12 necrotic damage now.
Yeah, wait, I gotta press the button. Hold on, this is a perfect
No!
moment to press the button.
So
The
this
button.
This
path we walked along. Yeah.
It does.
it's
I don't know what it
good,
does. It's like when my mom counts down from 3. I don't know what's happening at 1.
These obelisks are rumored to have been from the age of the queen, and the queen traveled through this place, and that's what the path.
What are the obelisks made of?
I was gonna say something really dumb.
Things have been said.
It's Everstone, bro.
Something
Look.
said.
They're just made out of like
Obelisk.
yeah, they're granites. They're granite stone. Not any super
Granite
magical stone. In fact, would you like to observe the obelisks?
Yes.
Please make a nature check
For what reason?
to surmise.
Did I
the
also
stone and stuff.
observe the obelisk?
Yes, you may be the second person to observe an obelisk.
Bonk.
Um,
Damn.
He observes pretty.
Dude, you observed
this
it,
makes
dude.
sense
You
because
got
Sav,
it.
you are a agent of decay. You understand that everything in this world decays. Everything in this world is created. Everything is part of a large cycle. For this tale of the queen having been traveled down this path, you look at these obelisks, and you surmise that these aren't ancient. They're old, certainly, maybe thousands of years old, but they're not ancient. And neither are they like refurbished. You actually think that some of these ones are actually pretty old, but some of them seem to have been like replaced, perhaps. Like some of these are newer. So they're made out of new stone. They're not like really old.
So wait, which ones
just
were the
really
old
old.
ones?
Right now you're actually at let me look. Let me ponder and look at my map and where things are specifically. Yeah, these are some newer ones compared to some of the other ones you've seen.
Okay. So there are older ones that I've seen. Okay.
Yeah, the
Sounds
one
good.
you've surmised that some of the other ones have been older. These are more well-maintained / replaced more recently. You're starting to unhatch a strange mystery of Haven. But either way, let me make my measure check to see how long it has been. 4, 3, 6, 7. It's been about 7 hours now. As you guys arrive at your first town, I will stop jerking you guys around with my view as you guys come into a town. I will be going kind of fast. I'll center you guys' view though when you guys officially get into town. There you go.
Oh, we get these villagers again.
They're my favorite.
Me too.
You
Love Ken Ball.
Farah, as you are looking at the map, you know that this is a town called
Serich.
Bell?
Serich. It's let me type it.
Thank you.
Serich.
Ah, yes.
Where are we?
You don't know. Feyre knows.
Is Favorite gonna answer me?
Nope. Feyre's
No?
just looking at the map.
This is a mystery.
Sorry, did you say something to me?
I
was-
I just said, where are we?
Search.
Close enough.
What is
Sea urchin.
Flint, can
Yes.
I look at my map and can I look at this little forest over here? I'm guessing
To the right.
to the left, but yes, to the right.
Left.
It's my left. Thank you very much. I'm looking at the town
To the east.
to the east. Exactly.
The like bunches of trees over
Yeah.
yonder.
The brown one.
Is there a label for this forest?
These smaller groves do not.
No, Flint, he's talking about the actual forest to the east of where we are, but because of how we're oriented, it would be to our character's left.
Exactly.
Oh my God! You're meaning the fucking. Oh yes. Yes. So those aren't necessarily, forests, but they are trees that kind of surround this large swamp.
Oh, swamp.
Swamp lord.
It's the berry swamp
Berry swamp.
or Bury swamp. My apologies. The Bury
Ah, I
swamp.
see.
And there's a city in there called Galbury. Yeah, it is surrounded and full of some of these trees that you see in the distance with large yellow leaves. I will show the stream. Big swamp, Galbury, and there's like these trees that are kind of ghastly looking, but they do have these yellow, kind of sickly looking leaves. Doesn't look like a pleasant place, you surmise. Either way,
It's a very pleasant place.
Soft,
I don't know what you're
soft
talking
thing looks
about.
pleasant.
this is true.
I sneezed,
Feels like it'd be
and no one
squishy
said
over
bless
there.
you, and then I realized I was muted. So thank you.
Yeah, I saw you were muted in Discord. I just thought you were talking to someone else or something.
Yeah, someone started screaming.
You enter the town of Serich.
Oh.
Rupa kind of hangs back a little bit. Yeah, we'll just kind of be like, I've been through here many times. It's full of friendly people for the most part.
Most part.
There's some people that come through here. You know, people don't always trust us goblins, so sometimes
Quite rude.
Yes.
Indeed.
Very friendly to us.
Well, you've done a lot for us, and well, we do cause a bit of trouble, or at least some of us. But
Everyone does.
it's just for a little bit of fun, you know.
You guys are harmless.
I think so.
As you start to pass through, I want two people, whoever you wish, to make perception checks.
I am not proficient. Is anybody really good at perception?
Anybody really good at looking with their eyes?
I'm really
not
good at looking with my eyes.
Soft, do
You
you
can't
have wisdom?
look with your eyes. You're blind.
I'm
I can sense with my
I'm already
senses.
perceptive. Okay.
What's okay?
Somebody make a perception check, damn it.
I'm just gonna do it.
Can I perceive?
You
Can we
perceive if you
advantage
wish.
15.
instead?
Did you say two of us can do it?
Yes, two people.
I will.
I perceived.
It's too late.
How does
I
he
can
perceive everything?
quite well.
This
Blind-
guy's blind.
Blind Beak, as you pass by this individual, this villager, you feel an aura. You feel an aura of worry and a bit of anxiety. And from some of your perception checks, you just get kind of a strange vibe. and there's seems to be some sort of commotion towards the end of town, but most people seem to be kind of ignoring it, but they seem to be a bit anxious.
I'll call out, villager.
Oh, what?
Is
Why would
there
you call me
something-
that?
What's your name?
I'm Ron.
DM's nightmare.
Well,
What's this
Ron.
What's his name?
I feel like something's going on. Is there anything I should know?
Yeah, might be a bad time to come into our town. I mean, usually we're real up for visitors.
Does Farah hear this?
Yeah, everybody's hearing this. It's not there. No whispering going on. He also looks at your wyvern and looks worriedly.
I really wanted to come on. Is anything wrong? Said the bird with a giant dragon behind them.
Well, basically, a lot of people just came from the next town over. Apparently, they evacuated. It's all led by this halfling person. Apparently, there's something really bad going on in Milltown. None of the people that came here are actually from Milltown, and nobody's talking about what happened. I don't think anybody knows except that halfling.
Somebody here knows what happened in Milltown?
Well, they
That's
sure seem to be real up in arms about it. They got all these people to kind of move on over from their own village, and yeah.
Farah's gonna make eye contact with Blindbeak and raise her eyebrows before realizing that means nothing to him.
It's true. Blindbeak, you get an aura of interest from Farah, and with your monk senses.
What is it, Farah?
I think we should check this halfling out.
I agree.
They
See if anyone's hurt too. I know a bit of medicine.
seem to be a bit of a rabble rouser, part of the. And don't say this to their face, but I think they're part of the Bones, the Bones gang. They seem to have the right, look about them, aura. But they seem to be really, really enthusiastic about this whole Milltown thing. So,
What
I
is
don't
this
know.
Bones?
Well, yeah. What is this Bones game?
Yeah,
Oh, there's a bunch of people that come from Bethamore all the time, always with their drugs and all their crime, and so the way we kind of deal with it, or I guess the way that it's kind of cemented itself in our place in Haven is in the Bones crew, the Bones gang, whatever you want to call them. They're fine. They don't do anything too bad, but I heard Tommy OD'd on some weird metal drug last year, and that was really sad. So
Are any number of them dragonborn?
I wouldn't know. Well, we don't see many dragonborn around here, except for travelers from Brockmire. But
Okay. Nice.
I've heard this one before.
Where is the halfling?
Oh,
He said
down in the
it's-
tents. They're setting up a bunch of temporary housing for the people that they evacuated.
Farah's gonna turn to the rest of the group. I think we should go check out this halfling. Talk to him. See what they know.
I think that would be the smartest idea.
It's good to be
Indeed.
prepared. Wow,
Thanks,
wow, wow.
thanks for your help, villager. Farah's gonna summon her
Her
spear.
name's
and-
Ron.
His name.
Why?
I was
Get
gonna
his
say-
name right. He said Ron.
Oh, thanks, Ron. Farah's gonna summon her spear and just kind of have it over her shoulder while she's walking down the street,
Man,
sort of
they-
like in the drawing you did of her.
I like it. The guy, as you walk away, he's like, they sound like nobility. What do they might as well call me a serf. What's up with that?
I'm sorry, I'm a commoner like you. I just didn't remember your name.
It's okay. Just call me dude or something. I don't know.
This isn't a.
You say this
societal
all as you
issue.
leave.
Dude. I like that
Hey,
term.
hey,
I
yo,
think I'll forget
dude.
it.
All right, so yes, you start to get to a part of town, the one that I believe Blind Beak, you didn't see. Well, I'll say Sav saw this. Sav, with your perception check, you did see the commotion down towards the southwest part of town. And as you get closer, you do notice the large grouping now. There seems to be all these people here in tents. They're all kind of setting stuff up. You see people all in sorts of ways of they seem to be perturbed and also like dirty. They seem to have left in a hurry, and they are not in the best of conditions. And lo and behold, you do see amongst the group, you see well, it's kind of hard to see because they are a small halfling, but you do eventually see kind of as they kind of step away, as these villagers kind of like are talking to them. You see this halfling individual as they seem to be talking. Do you approach? Rupa's hanging back now. She has no idea what's going on.
There's sad villagers.
Oh, they're sad.
They're villager refugees. They got ash in their hair and their clothes are all dirty.
Aw.
They injured.
Make a medicine check with your aura sensing abilities as you approach.
I thought it was supposed to be happy fun times all the time.
No.
You know, happy and fun.
That's the secret.
Yeah.
That's the
Not
secret.
injured?
Sometimes it's sad.
I mean, you are
Damn, that's
actively
true.
killing things in D&D often.
Are these guys injured?
You surmise there's a bit of injury, but like nothing more than a couple of scrapes and stuff. Most stuff that's been bandaged up already. And suffice just for Sob's sake, you do feel as you've been getting closer to Milltown that you very much see now in the distance with its smoke plumes. You've been feeling the sense of almost dread, oppression, and pain even more. And you've been noticing more spores.
There's
Over there
only
seems-
a single one.
Oh, yeah.
Great sadness.
Over there seems to be the halfling that Ron talks about.
All right, listen. We're gonna get you all your food soon. We gotta relax for now, okay? I'll try to go back and maybe scrounge up a little bit more of something from your houses. I swear. Okay. Little Maddie's been really missing her teddy bear. Kind of looks at him with a very eye rolled expression. Like, I'm not gonna go back for teddy bears. That's just silly. I'm looking for important stuff. You got I don't know, family heirlooms? No, that teddy bear is pretty important. That's as you guys arrive, and Brooke kind of looks at you guys from the corner of their eyes, and they actually frown.
Oh.
What's going on around here? You guys aren't from around here, obviously.
No,
Yes,
we're
We
not.
are heading into Milltown.
We hear you.
Hey, what the hell is that?
We're on that.
Points at the wyvern and Blindbeak specifically.
Blindbeak. You deal with that.
It's a animal that I've
I'll say
rescued.
you were a little bit closer for the
Thanks.
explosion. You got a fucking mushroom? What the hell is wrong with you
Interesting
guys?
reaction.
Yeah, no, I've seen plenty of. And again, looks at the wyvern with this sideways glance. I don't like it. You capture this guy? Is this guy some sort of, I don't know, a deserter or something?
Have you seen wyvern like him before?
Kind of looks back at the villagers and is like, hold on. And it approaches a little bit closer and is like,
All right, these people have been through enough already. Why are we bringing these wyverns down here again? There's still people around? Have you seen more? Have you seen where they went? Barry, you were in the lead of the group, so specifically kind of talking towards you.
Sorry, have I seen
Is that
where who went?
You know, you guys don't really know much, do you? You guys don't seem like the type.
We're
To the
fair-
northeast from our best approximation.
can my character assume that they're talking about like the horde?
You can if you wish.
He's going to assume. He's gonna say, "I'm gonna for like directions. Is it like west, east, north,
Yeah,
south?
the cardinal directions are the same as it would be on a map. So north is up,
Okay.
east is right, west is left, yada yada.
If you're talking about the more wyverns and the people with it, they went north, past the
North?
sea.
Huh. I'm not going to begin to try to understand what the hell's going on around here, but
Is it what is north? Would I understand that? Like, is there any significance to that? What is there? What plates are north?
make a history check.
Someone give me advantage.
Yeah, let me import my
Oh, I
knowledge into
should
your
know.
brain.
North.
You know that the closest plate, plate, especially north, is Nailthal. Nailthal is basically actually directly north of Haven. It's just there wasn't the best port is at the northeast.
What is Nailthal?
Nailthal is the place.
The one we just came from.
Oh, you didn't come from it though. Nailthal is sort of a farmer plate, from your knowledge. But you do know that it is where all of your companions have come from.
I'd like to explain to this halfling where we got the wyvern. This was
The whole story.
lone wyvern we encountered in a goblin village.
All right,
kind of
hold on. Let's get over here a little bit farther away from these people. As I said, they've been through enough already.
Very well.
They don't really understand. Nice.
Indeed.
Where are we being taken?
Just over here. just brings you to the side, basically. And
I'll say it in kind of a quieter voice so no villagers can hear it all. The wyvern we have with us is one we found alone in a goblin village. After doing battle with it, our party member by the name of Blindbeak was actually able to tame it. And now, loosely. That is how we.
murder bird, huh?
Yes, I was impressed.
I wouldn't keep that thing around if I were you. It was trained by crueler masters than I'm sure you all know. Listen, obviously you all just came here. You guys actually don't know what's going on, even though you have that thing with you. And, well, either way, listen, I wouldn't go there if I were you. I think there's still some people there. Milltown was attacked, I suppose you could say.
By what?
An army.
Of?
Well, all sorts of people. Listen, I don't really understand who it was. All I know is that they came from lower plates. They came from Brockmire, I think, at least. Or at least that's what Rory said.
Laura?
Rory.
Rory?
It's the only
this
reason
person?
why I'm alive.
Is this person still around?
They kind of fall silent and look down at the ground at that. Rory's the only reason why I got out of Milltown at all. I was already on the outskirts. And, well, Rory did their little magic and they got me out of there. Before fire was raining down on everything. They told me one thing with one of their little spells. They spoke in my head. Sending, I think. And they said, gotta get everybody out. Far away from Milltown as possible. And don't go back. But I saw from afar. I saw some of the things that were happening there. It was dragons, rocks, and a whole army of all sorts of people. There were, I think, dwarves, Aarakocra. It doesn't matter, really. It's just people. Just a whole army.
You said Aarakocra?
Yeah.
I
Again,
see.
You know,
What?
not too uncommon.
A single one, or
No, like I said, it was a whole army. You know, there was a whole group. There wasn't no need to be like, oh, it was this type of people. It was this. No, there were nightlings. There were humans. There were probably every type of people in there. Every different race.
Did you catch a name to an organization? Anything?
No, like I said, my friend got me out of there before basically the whole damn town was torched. I barely got out, and Rory, listen, no, as far as I know, these are the only people from the southeast, and these people aren't even from Milltown. I don't think anybody made it. Point is,
Well,
there's a
maybe we should go see if there are any survivors.
all I know is Rory is far stronger than I was, or even as I am. I consider myself pretty capable. I can hold my own. But Rory was a powerful, very knowledgeable spellcaster. And
Can I make an insight check to determine how strong this person is?
I
Yes.
also wanted to do that.
Make a combat analysis.
Okay, so
I
what
was-
skills can that be again?
Yeah,
Arcana,
There's
investigation.
Yeah,
insight.
Arcana,
Insight.
not investigation. Arcana, insight, history, or nature.
I'm doing an insight.
Also, Flint, could you check my DM real quick?
I probably don't figure anything
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I'm used to
What
Thrin
do
and
I
having
figure out?
insight, and Feyre does not.
Having hella insight.
You're too distracted by
Blind
how
Beak.
hot this person is.
Yeah.
Is no.
Look at that cut.
Look at that. They got the frosted tips, bro.
They do be looking kind of stylish though. They got a bejeweled sword on their back too. Pretty fancy. Blind Beak.
Bejeweled?
Oh,
They're playing Bejeweled?
Shut up.
so they have a
Oh.
roleplay here.
Can
They
I
have
play
a
with
button.
them?
sword.
Yo, is that
Listen.
Bejeweled Blitz?
Yeah, you're right. The
But-
button. Thank you.
That
Play that
really
on my
sucks
mom's
about your
iPad.
town, but you got games on your phone.
Blind Beak. This person seems to be a very powerful rogue. Above 10th level, you would surmise.
Really?
Whoa, we've never
Yeah.
made it that far.
Oh,
And so yeah, and then they're talking about, as you can surmise, maybe like their wizard sorcerer friend. But anyhow, they basically say Rory is far more strong than I am. But I have to believe Rory would have said something. Rory has ways of talking to people in their heads. Like I said, sending. It's been almost 2 days, maybe 3 at this point. I don't think they made it. I don't think anybody made it. And if Rory's dead, I don't want to even deal with anything that's there.
Well, if we know the army flew northward, there is no harm in checking for survivors.
Unless the army still occupies the place.
What does Rory look like?
Rory's got this really funny looking green hat. Like, he looks ridiculous. But it's got some like leaves on it or something. It's like it's something to do with elves, I think. I don't know. And they kind of wear similar garb. And they're a funny little half elf. They try to grow out their beard as much as possible.
Yeah.
You wouldn't miss them. Just look for the
What is
stupid green hat.
Well,
But
we'll try and find him for you. We appreciate
We'll see what we can do.
the information.
Well,
What time of day is it?
listen, I warned you as much as I could. If you guys think you can handle it, and if you guys have knowledge I don't about this army leaving or going somewhere else, then, well, you're welcome to go. But just we can't have any more people die. And
Do you know anything about the island to the west? Is this related to that at all?
well, there was one weird thing. Some nightling. I think I saw him once, but people talked about them. They were kind of weird. They came from Brockmire. They had red eyes, really vibrant nails, something like that. They came by a few days before this whole incident happened, and they were asking about somebody else. Apparently, they were waiting for somebody. Of course, I didn't believe any of this, or I didn't think it was a real tale. You know, nightlings. Some of them can be kind of talk a lot. And sometimes they don't. You know. Anyhow, they were talking about some sort of dragon and Kenku. Some royalty that they were waiting for. That actually they said was supposed to come from Graves Rest, but well, anybody that's been here for longer than a few days knows that nobody goes to Graves Rest.
That's the island to the west.
Yeah, that's the cursed place.
Does the royalty ring any bells to me?
That's for you to surmise.
I would think so. I'll keep that to myself.
I wish I had longer to talk to her.
yes?
I'd have been more
Must have been the
information
same
there.
nightling that
Eh?
we had met.
You guys saw him? Well, like I said, it might have been just a coincidence. I don't know, but
I think we might want to
There's-
investigate this island to
there
the
was
west
this
first.
really one of the most frightening things I saw, even being like miles away from the town when it was getting destroyed. There were lots and lots of really big creatures. There were, dragons, rocks, as I said. Some of them probably within their ancient time, I would say. But there was one colossal one. Even from miles away, I could tell the difference. I think I thought I was going mad just from all of the craziness that was going on, but I could have sworn that it was coming from Graves Rest.
Farah is going to turn to the rest of the party. I think you might want to check out this Graves Rest first.
It's crazy.
Before Milltown?
I think we should look
I
for
think we-
survivors first.
From what Brooke is saying, going to Milltown is a suicide wish. A death
They're
wish.
gone.
Both are just as bad, in my opinion. I mean, Graves Rest has its fair amount of stories, and
Graves Rest is stories, and we know nothing else about it. We know that there is a distinct.
They just saw that giant
Yeah.
creature come from Graves Rest. Why would you want to go into it?
We know people are in trouble in Milltown.
Listen,
If there's any survivors, we should get to the bottom of
It
it.
doesn't sound like there are any.
There is no harm in checking.
It's better to go there, in my opinion. We
What?
know
We
we've
gotta-
gathered information that they've already gone.
Naps. I mean, Naps is there in Milltown. Maybe Naps could tell us more.
This is true.
All right. We'll head
Did we get
I suppose.
Brooke's name from her, actually?
Yeah, you never actually got Brooke's name.
Shoot.
Oh,
Hey, by the way,
yeah.
what is your name?
it's Brooke.
It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is
Listen,
Treyas.
If you're wondering about, there's a town called Brooks. My name's Brooke. Yeah, I get it. I am actually born from there. I hate my mom. May she rest in peace.
I would not have made the connection.
Oh. Well, now don't I look like a fool? Whatever. And anyhow, you guys, I don't know who you are or why you're here, or especially why you have that damn thing with you. But if you guys are all here on good intentions, and you guys can take a shot at it. I'm no stranger to, well, people like you out for adventure, out to, face danger. If you guys think you can handle it, then very well. But please, if you guys find anything, let me know.
One last thing before we go. Where did you say you evacuated these people from?
Village just south of here. Why didn't I name this one? It's an important village, and then I forgot to give it a name.
It's important. Let's go.
We'll call it Roxburgh. Real simple, real stupid, real just two names
I
put
like
together.
it. Well, actually, before we depart so abruptly, Brooke, you were talking of going to Milltown yourself earlier. I believe I overheard. Is that correct?
I was thinking of just going to Roxburgh to go grab some stuff.
Oh, I see.
I'll go with you guys to Roxburgh, but I really gotta attend to these people. They
Yes, of course.
only saw a little bit. They didn't see as much as I did. I tried to get them as clear as I could. They're really confused. I'm trying to help them as best as I can.
Roxburgh is south of us.
Yeah, it's that first southern town.
Yup, you right.
What time of day is it?
So about 7.5 hours have passed, and so that makes it's about like early afternoon. You guys will probably get to Roxburgh by the time it starts to hit night.
I'm gonna recast my mage armor.
We should start heading over there if we're heading down to Milltown.
Might as well.
Thank you for all of your help, Brooke.
Are you coming to Roxburgh?
I can come with you guys. I gotta go by there anyhow. People always asking for things. I gotta
appreciate
it. Leave real fast.
It'll help to have somebody around who has seen the area.
Indeed.
There ain't much to Roxburgh. It's very small. As you could see, this the little temporary stuff. Yeah, that fits about everybody. I mean, like tightly, it does, but still it does. It's not much. Hey, Sav, since you specifically made this check, you look at these obelisks.
Mm-hmm.
They are made out of a completely different rock than the other ones.
Oh my god. Are they the older ones?
Nope.
Can I
They are very new.
Ah, I see. So these most recently more recently than the ones that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you guys start to walk along with Brooke. And you guys are going to Roxburgh.
Was Roxburgh attacked or just nearby?
Brooke will say. No, it was just kind of nearby. It was, like I said, Rory sent me a little message using that magic and said, hey, try to get everybody out. I'll deal with the stuff here. You know, it's only got like a 10-word limit, so that's about it. And then, Rory knows what Rory's doing. Or, yeah. But anyhow, Rory's got me through a lot of stuff. I listened to Rory. I left. I got all the people out of Roxburgh, and well, you know, that's like really the only place I could hit. Yeah, Roxburgh, as far as I know, hasn't been attacked. There hasn't been any smoke in that direction. I've kind of left a little bit, stealthed around to try to surmise if it was still okay, and it seemed to have been largely untouched. So.
So does it seem like only Milltown was directly hit?
Yes, I think so. Again, I haven't been around. I've been trying to really keep track with these villagers, and really, well, I mean, it's been 3 days at this point, but I was waiting for Rory to send me a message. But like I said, none. So I haven't really been able to check.
Roy sounds like quite the extraordinary individual. I'm sure he's alive. There must be something preventing him from reaching out to you.
Well, see about that. All right. It just about gets to dark, even though it's still cloudy. You guys get to Roxburgh, which is this small little, like, super small town. By the time it starts to get dark, Volca is on the other side of the horizon, you can surmise.
Is there like a barn, or is like?
Yeah. Well, like all these houses are empty. Empty.
There's nobody here.
Nobody here. At least as far as you guys know. You guys can do an investigation check if you would like.
Sure.
Can I investigate to find that teddy bear?
I was gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, you can.
Yeesh.
Wow. Unfortunately, you know, your monk senses are cool. You can investigate a lot of things that you usually couldn't. But
Pharaoh finds a teddy bear.
Farrah's the only one pogging out on investigation.
Farah, you look around and you see this town seems to show all the signs of being untouched for 3 days. It's got all the houses are completely empty. Most of the things are left there. You see some like food going rotten on dinner on tables. You see.
Saw, you want to compost some of that?
I'm gonna touch it and use gentle repose so I can eat it later.
You get you find a bunch of beds. Actually, you mostly surmise that people came out of bed. It was like from your really good investigation check, using your Sherlock skills, you see a lot of beds tossed and like a lot of like wardrobes opened. Yeah, so you surmise that a lot of people were woken up to leave the town. But there largely seems to be no sign, just like lots of signs of people leaving in a rush. I will say there's like a small, it looks like a combination. This seems to be some sort of large storage. This is like a combination store and like bar, like just, and then this is like the storage for it. If there's anything like particular that would strike out to you as a special place, but other than that, all these places are like houses or stuff like that.
Which one's the store?
This one.
Wait, do that one more time. I couldn't see. Okay, got it. I was focused on the wrong section.
And while you are looking through one of the houses, say conveniently this one, you're looking around, and as you kind of lift one of the blankets from one of the beds, you see a little teddy bear. It's actually not a teddy bear, it's an owl bear plushie.
Aww, that's so cute.
I'm so jealous.
Could I have it?
Trey steals it.
Stealing.
No.
So rude. Nice. We're good people.
Brooke specifically
Well,
We're
is
good people,
like,
guys.
I
We're just
guess
stealing a
fair.
child's toy.
Yes.
Brooke specifically like starts rummaging around and grabbing things from different houses and is like okay, I think that yep, that seems to be that guy's house. All right, I'm gonna go get some stuff from there. Just kind of moving about.
Blindbeak is gonna use his rope dagger with a nut, and then put like the sharp end in the ground and like push it in. So it's like
So
it's leashed.
yeah, it's like
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is-
know if
those
that's
dog
gonna hold.
things.
Put dagger in the.
Yeah.
I don't know, buddy.
I don't think that's gonna work.
I like the false off.
Brooke actually looks at you specifically, Blindbeak, and this wyvern with like unhappiness. Doesn't.
I don't like that.
All right, what's this greenhouse? Oh, I need to know.
Greenhouse?
I was.
This one.
Yeah.
Those are just crops.
You look around. It does seem to be somebody's house. Make a investigation check.
Like that accent.
Little Sov, go help investigate. Please look around for me. I need your eyes.
I'm here. Okay.
I'm not little.
I'm not little at all.
It's
20.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take
yeah.
it.
This makes sense too. You look around. It seems to be pretty normal, but then you start to notice things, little tiny, like etchings. They on the walls and such. You almost think you think they're just like tallies or something, or like engravings of like L heart A and stuff like that. Like Lindsay and Anne forever. But then you look around and you don't understand it, but you understand that it is some sort of roguish speech, or what's it called? Fuck. Rogue.
Thieves can't.
Thieves
Thieves
can't. Why did I forget what Thieves Cant was called? Anyhow, it's Thieves Cant. You see, this house is actually full of Thieves Cant. And with that 20 as well, even though you don't understand the Thieves Cant, and it doesn't really help you, just your thorough investigation whatsoever, you actually notice that underneath, like a cupboard, underneath a plank, and then you have to like reach down a specific way underneath the plank, you can feel a sack. You just like kind of are like looking around, probing with your hands, just kind of like setting out feelers. And you're just like,
I'll just cover the entire room in spores. So
yeah,
we can-
you're just
so we can
sporing
feel
around, and then
everything.
some of your spores fall through the cracks, and just so happen to find this super secret sack underneath the floorboards.
I would like to bring up the sack. Of course, checking for roguish trap. Oh God, I know. Oh God, sneaky fellows.
Make a
Sneak.
yeah, like a
Sleight of hand.
sleight of hand. We'll say, yeah.
Okay. To like. Well, actually,
No, make
can
a
I just
perception.
use
Just make a
mage?
perception
Okay.
to see if there's a trap. No trap,
If,
as far as you can tell.
all right, and it's underneath the floorboards.
Yeah, underneath a cupboard.
All right. Can
not,
I just
not exactly
underneath
the
the cu-
floorboards? You have to like
Oh.
reach weirdly, like it's like extra well hidden. You surmise
I'll
that
just-
this house specifically is like a fucking like a
I'm just
rogue
gonna get it out with a
getaway.
mage hand. I don't want to move all that stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's difficult with a mage hand.
Oh. All right.
But you get
Fine.
the sack.
I guess I'll get
I'll
the
just
sack.
tell
I'll
you,
move
you get the
everything.
sack. It's not too hard. You found the super duper secret.
Pushing out.
You seem to
In
have
the
found
sack,
something.
you find what seem to be a lot of. The reason it's so heavy is it's almost just full of rocks. But these are no. These rocks are specifically like a bunch of like sharp ends of like sharp ends of rocks. It seems they're kind of cylindrical, and then they end at a point. And then you actually find a smaller box in the sack, and inside of it, there's a bunch of like strange, like almost a bit longer than toothpicks and a tiny bit thicker, but they're like long toothpicks made out of this gleaming blue metal. So a bunch of rocks and this weird box of metal.
Bunch of rocks and a weird. Can I
is
make an
Feyre
Arcana
around?
check?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check if you want. Which one are you trying to quote
Let's-
unquote identify?
I mean, I could spend 10 minutes to identify, but I just want to see if like any of this stuff is magical.
Yeah.
24.
You surmise that the metal is basically magic, and then the rocks are they're natural, but natural wacky magic basically. Like it's not like enchanted, but the rocks themselves are magic in some way, like the stone. And you notice that the coloration of the stone actually goes from like almost like a sandstone yellow on the sharp point, and then kind of a dark, more granite gray at the end, the broken end.
Interesting. When I have more time to identify, I will find out. But for now, I will stuff it into my hood.
It will be almost night unless you guys want to just trek it all the way, or trek more during the night. It is early night. It is getting dark.
Well,
I wanted to check
for-
inside. Oh, sorry.
You should cast Identify on the things.
Yeah, when we settle down for the night, I'll just do it before I go to bed. But if we're just gonna camp here, then I guess I will. Otherwise,
Yeah, what's the consensus?
I'm guessing we're gonna spend the night here.
Yeah, I feel like this is a pretty
Yeah.
safe place to spend the night.
Think
I
it'd
just
be-
wanted to do a little RP thing real quick.
Oh,
All right.
feel free.
Let's
I
find a
wanted
big house, guys. Come on.
big house. Mm-hmm.
Big
I
Well,
house.
I wanted to ask Self
This
specifically.
house.
Actually, that's why I headed off with you.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's something I want to ask you. Actually,
Yes.
conversation you had with Trius earlier in the day about Trius having the makings of a ruler. I must
yes.
say that I'm curious. What of me? What do you think of me as a ruler?
Sav will look you up and down, taking stock of what he's seen you do, taking stock of how you've treated people, taking stock of your overall bearing. Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't appear to be a natural leader, but you seem to have the makings of one. A kind and honest soul, someone who respects those amongst him, someone who can be a pillar. You appear to have the makings of one, although not naturally.
I see. Interesting. Thank you. That is all I wanted to hear. Sorry for troubling you with such a statement.
It wasn't any trouble.
So, what do you guys do for sleep? Or what are you guys doing? Do you guys want to sleep in here? What are you guys
I was
gonna do?
checking the store for possibly a healer or a poison kit.
Make an investigation. Find a healer's kit. You find like a medical supplies.
How much do those usually cost?
I don't know. I think it was like somewhere between 5 and 10 gold pieces.
What do I have? I'm seeing how much gold I have. That doesn't
You
make
you
sense.
suddenly hear a voice behind you, and you hear, "Hey, no
looting, okay?
I
You
pull
look
out
back
my
to
coin
see
bag.
Brooke. Or, well, you don't see. You just, surprisingly, even with your extra vision, you were snuck up upon by this very, very stealthy half-elf. I mean,
Is
not
she
half-elf,
still across the
half-link.
street?
They are, no, they're behind you now. That's what I'm saying, is that they, like, as you were in the store, they kind of came up behind you. We're like, hey, can we not loot? I mean, I get it. I'm just getting stuff that they asked for. And I'm just,
I'm not trying to loot. Look, I pull out my. I would think I had my I was counting my gold pieces in my hand.
Oh, okay. Just making sure, I just, these people are gonna come back eventually. That's at least the plan. So, don't.
Can you help me look for something? I have a healer's kit, but I'm looking for something of more so to protect things. Maybe a poisoner's kit.
What? We're talking about the same type of protecting, right? Like, what the fuck are you gonna protect with a poisoner's kit? That's for killing things. That's for, like, poisoning. That's not protecting. That's being on the offense, not the defense.
Sometimes you have to kill something to protect something.
Whatever, man. Okay. No. I mean, I could. Make a charisma check.
God damn,
Make
no.
a persuasion.
Persuasion or the same thing, I would think.
Probably. No, I don't really, this was a pretty goody two-shoes town, compared to some other places. So, there's not really, not really much around here for poisoner's kit, or I guess you would call it a little protection kit of killing. But listen, even if you could, listen, I'll let the healer's kit go. You guys could use that in Milltown if there's still stuff around. If you leave some gold, then I'll look the other eye for that. But poisonous kits and like anything else, you should probably just keep where it stays so that people don't freak out.
I'll just kind of shrug and I'll put down like 3 gold pieces. I'll see if that slides.
Brooke raises one of their eyebrows.
I put one more down.
Brooke shakes their head and leaves.
Is there anything else in here I could find, or is...
I mean, there's like general goods, so there's like some rations and whatnot.
I need to stock up on those. How much are those?
You don't have a store clerk to tell you how much they're worth.
Generally speaking, like if I probably asked someone for rations
make
before.
Make a history check for just
Yeah,
general history of costs of these items. Like 1 gold piece. It varies. You remember?
How many rations are there?
A lot. It was a store. There's like a... Let me roll. No, it's 3 minutes. Fuck. Does anybody need to go super quick?
I just wanted to go check on my dog real quick.
I would prefer to get out around 8:30 or 7:30 for you guys.
Yeah.
I would like to get dinner as well.
Alright. Then, if anybody else wants to do anything else, it does seem like you guys are gonna stay here.
Yeah.
I put
Find a
5 gold pieces
big
down.
house.
Did Sav identify?
No,
Did
but
Sav
they're gonna
identify yet?
identify. Well, they're gonna identify during their or right before their long rest. So now, as long as everyone's staying in a big house, let's do it.
Brooke will speak up to that.
Yes.
Guys, I really don't think that we should be staying at people's houses. I talked to the old bird about this, but these people are gonna come back sometime. I don't want to like mess up their stuff too bad. I'm just doing
You call
this
me old?
because they asked. I don't remember what I said. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm just talking. I'm just saying that you know, I don't want to disturb these houses too much. But I will say that if anybody really thinks they'll get a sore back from sleeping outside, oh no, I can't sleep. I can't sleep outside. Then
Making
I do
Druid
know
Grove.
one place,
Don't-
and they'll actually
mean-
lead you to the greenhouse.
I can
Or
sleep
stay in
outside.
the
I've spent
greenhouse.
Yes,
a lot of time.
I am not comfortable living in somebody else's home.
That's fair.
It's alright. This one's kind of trust me. This place is good for it.
Feyre's gonna toss her spear on top of the building next to the greenhouse and sleep on top of it.
Nice.
Brooke will roll their eyes and say, you know, whatever. I mean, you know, what's a one shingle, all right? I guess.
No. I'm just gonna throw the spear like I'm throwing it over the house and then teleport to it when it's above the house. I'm not throwing it at the house.
Brooke also, if you don't notice, is a tiny bit of a sassy / pissy person. So they just kind of complain.
I would never assume.
Hey, how tall is Brooke?
Brooke is very short, like 2.5 feet, maybe.
Half.
Oh my god. Okay.
Halfling. Very, very small. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, no, that sounds about right to me. Maybe. I'm trying to think. Because, like, dwarfs are like 3. I know, dwarfs are like 5 to like 4. And then halflings, I always imagine smaller. And Brooke is extra small. So, yeah, they're like 2.5 foot.
Praise bullies Brooke for being short. JK.
Isn't Treyas like 3 feet tall too?
How
No,
much does Blindbeak pay for the rations?
5 gold. I'll listen.
Alright.
Use my knowledge. I think it's overpaid,
Mm.
but it's whatever.
All right. So yeah, but Brooke does say that you guys can stay in the greenhouse building. They say that that's okay.
Is there something to tie my wyvern to?
There's probably like a post or something on one of the houses.
Okay, since we're just doing going to bed stuff, Humblefear's gonna sleep in the cart, and
I'm
I
in
gotta
the
go.
cart.
Wait, where is
Together.
All right.
I'm cuddling with Hundlefear.
Well, as you
Aw.
guys all get ready for the night, we are going to end there.
Noise.
So
Okay.
you
Hell
guys
yeah.
all rest. It's too dark, but in the red glow of the Terofane night, you do still see the smoke in the distance of Milltown. Only 1 day's journey away. You're getting closer and closer to this Milltown and slowly unwrapping a strange mystery of what happened. And slowly unraveling.
I
that
think
it
I gotta,
may be
like,
not.
Grasp of
Pleasant.
what happened.
Me too. It's very sad.
So, without further ado, that is all.
Thank you, stream.
Thank you, stream,
Thank
for
you very much,
watching.
I stream.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, chat.
Bye.
I love
Thank you for
each and every one of
watching.
you.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.